We started the season on minus 21 points. With just 3 games to go, we now sit just 2 points above the relegation zone. Can Derby stay in the Championship, or will it be League One next season? Let's find out together. How's it going, everybody? My name is Embreezy and welcome back to the Derby County series. And of course, today is a huge day. It is the finale of Season 1 with Derby County. As mentioned before, there's 3 games to go before the end of the season and we sit 2 points above the relegation zone. And survival is well, it's actually a possibility. Who'd have thought that at the start of the season? Before we get into the action though, as always, if you're not already, please subscribe to the channel and drop a like on the video if you are enjoying the series. I'm currently undecided on whether we're going to do a Season 2 or not. If you want to see me do a second season and more seasons with Derby, then get in the comment section and let me know. As you can see then, the league table is looking, well, like this pretty much. Coventry, Huddersfield and Peterborough are sitting in the bottom 3, while we sit just above that with a 2-point gap between us and Coventry. And we're 3 points behind Bristol City, who will be today's first opponents in this 3-game bonanza. Following that then, we go away to Blackpool, who are currently sitting mid-table with not an awful lot to play for, and the same can be said for our opponents on the final game of the season, which will be against Cardiff, who are also down in 17th for 46 points. Again, not really a whole lot to play for. Can't get relegated, but also can't get promoted. So that all bodes well for us, I think. Since we last met then, only 3 games have been played since that dramatic last-minute winner, well, yeah, pretty much 90th minute winner from Jermaine Defoe against Preston. We followed that up with a really impressive 2-1 win away at Swansea. A game that we probably didn't really deserve to win looking at the match stats, but we got the job done in the end. Goals from Kaiki and a Dane Scarlett penalty before Giovanni Dos Santos made us sweat a little bit with the last 15 minutes of play. That was then followed up with a really impressive 0-0 draw at home to Fulham, who currently sit top of the Championship table and they actually look like they're going to go on to secure the league title. So a clean sheet against them, never going to complain about that. Before finally rounding off with a 2-0 defeat away at Queen's Park Rangers, we were just absolutely battered in this one. We were second best all afternoon, which is really disappointing, and it doesn't really set us up great going into this game against Bristol City, but we sit outside the relegation zone. I think that should give us enough confidence to hopefully get enough points, and also hope that teams like Coventry, yes, not Wickham, Coventry, as I made that mistake several times in the previous episode. We just have to hope that Coventry and Huddersfield drop points. Huddersfield are at home to Barnsley, who have recently just secured themselves a playoff spot, whilst Coventry are away at West Brom, who currently sit in 3rd. So today is a must-win, because if we win today, you'd expect those other 2 teams to drop points today. And if they do and we win, then we go level on points with Bristol City. We go above them on goal difference. And with 2 games to go after that, it leaves us in a very good position. So this game, out of all 3 of them, is arguably the most important. Going into it then, it is pretty much going to be unchanged from the last time you saw it. Joswiak is back from injury, but he's still not fully fit, so he's going to have a place on the bench. Plus, Kaiki's been really good in the last few games out on that right wing, so we're going to keep him in there. Bristol City at home then, it's a big one. Need to win this one today, lads, no excuses. Oh, I'm nervous. I'm very, very nervous. Obviously, with the QPR defeat, it wasn't ideal, but we did have to rest some players because there were some tired legs in the squad, so we had to make a few changes. But given the results sort of went our way that weekend as well, the defeat isn't really like devastating for us, and I think this is still the one that we have to take full advantage of. As the ball over top there is found Kaiki, who runs all the way through. Can he finish it? He's absolutely, well, I think he might have injured a Bristol City fan there. That is not ideal. And disastrous news from the John Smith Stadium. Huddersfield lead against Barnsley. It's 1-0 to them. As far as the West Brom Coventry game goes, still 0-0 there. But obviously we have to keep an eye on those other games with the teams in and around us. But Huddersfield now, if they win this game and we draw, it'll be just a point behind us. As we get to see Bristol City coming forward for the first time in the game. De Silva has it over to Bakinson, and they've got Fabio Silva on loan. That doesn't seem really fair. As Palmer races through, hits the post. We have to close that down. They've actually given the penalty. Are you sure? It looked like to me he won the ball. Unbelievably, Bristol City have themselves a penalty. 10 minutes to go before half-time. David Marshall has to go huge here. Palmer steps up, and David Marshall goes the right way. I thought he'd saved it. I think you can tell by my reaction, I thought he'd saved it there. Casey Palmer makes it 1-0 to Bristol City then, and that is pretty much disastrous. I mean, I'm convinced that they won the ball on the challenge. I thought once they hit the post, that was the end of the highlight, but no, the referee decides to make the game all about him. And, yeah, Bristol City now have a 1-0 lead going into half-time, which is less than ideal. Kaiki's picked up a bit of a knock, so we'll bring Joswiak on as a winger on that right-hand side, and hopefully he can come on and have some sort of impact on the game. I mean, when do you call on Jermaine Defoe? That's the real question. Kazim Richards and Scarlett are not having the greatest games ever, to be honest. Maybe because we're not really getting enough service to them. As Huddersfield are 2-0 up against Barnsley there, and I don't know the result of the Coventry-West Brom game. I assume it's still 0-0. Time is just getting away from us here. We're into the final 20 minutes. I'm going to make the switch now. Jermaine Defoe is going to come on as a poacher next to Dane Scarlett. And I'm just seeing if there's any other changes we can make in the midfield. Like, I don't know. Maybe Jason... I think we did this in the last episode, actually. We'll bring Graham Shinney off. We'll bring Jason Knight on as a advanced playmaker on support, on attack even, and because we need to, and we're going to have to go attacking because we need to see something now. Marshall launches it forward. Obviously, we haven't got the big target of Kazim Richards to aim for now that he's gone off the pitch, and so obviously a long ball forward is never really going to work because Bristol City are just passing it around very comfortably. They're in complete control of this game. And we are really struggling to get near them to get the ball off them. As Fabio Silva has it now into Callas. And now not Josh King. That's definitely not Josh King. It might be Andy King. I'm not too sure. But Fabio Silva out to Daly Campbell. There's so much space. I smell a goal coming for Bristol City here. They go close. Oh, boys, what have we got to do here? Going for broke a little bit. We're now playing like a 4-1-3-2, basically, because we need to try and get a goal from somewhere. A point here wouldn't be disastrous. As it stands, we're level on points with Huddersfield. Thankfully, our goal difference is superior to theirs, which is keeping us out of the bottom three. But there's no highlights to speak of. We've had no chances since that one for Koike in the first half. And that is going to be that. We lose in a game that I described as must win. We fall 1-0 to Bristol City after a really contentious penalty. I'm going to have to see this again. All right, I'll let you be the judges, viewers. Buchanan and Davis both go for it. They've gone through the back of him, I suppose, haven't they? I mean, it looks like they've won the ball, but I suppose when you go through the back of someone, you do run the risk of giving the foul away. I don't know, man. I've seen them given. I've seen them not given. I think we've been a little bit unfortunate there, to be honest. Results have not gone our way there. We sit a point above the relegation zone, and this game against Blackpool is an absolute... I thought Bristol City was a must-win. This is, without question, if we don't win this, oh, it could be curtains for us. Just when you think it couldn't get any worse for us, Che Dunkley has fractured his lower arm. Do you know what? There's 2 games left of the season. He's playing through it. We're going to get him in some protective equipment. Like we'll get in a cast. He'll have to play on. Jamie Vardy played with a cast pretty much for his entire career, it seems like, at this point. So if he can do it, so can Che Dunkley. He's been a really good defender for us, like since joining from Sheffield Wednesday. So I need him in our starting 11, really. This is such a big game. This is such a big game away at Blackpool. We have to win. There's no ifs, buts or maybes, viewers. We absolutely have to win this one. Right then, one change to the starting 11 then. Joswiak comes in for Koike. He's still got that knock. He's not fully fit, but he's fit enough, in my opinion, to be on the bench. And the only thing I'm changing as well is dropping Kazim Richards' role to a target forward to a deep lying forward. Just I want to try and get him a little bit more involved in our build-up play. We're going on a balanced mentality as well, just so we're not, if I think we're going a bit too positive, it'll be a bit easy for Blackpool to pick us off on the counter-attack. So hopefully today we can get the win and take us one step closer to staying in the Championship for next season. I think if we lose today with a home trip to Cardiff a home trip against Cardiff after this, it's going to make life very difficult for us. So come on, boys. Please turn up. That's all I ask. Just turn up today. Just realised as well, I didn't even notice it in the pre-match build-up, but Coventry and Huddersfield are playing each other. So that is the definition of a relegation 6-pointer. So we'll have to keep an eye on the scoreline over there. I believe it's being played at Coventry. And, I don't know, I guess a draw in that game is probably the best result for us. A Coventry win would be very problematic, or a win for either side, really. We are getting close to half-time, viewers. I was about to say there's been no highlights to speak of. There's now one for Blackpool. They go all the way back to Connolly. And can we win it back? We do. Yes, Tom Lawrence. Excellent work from you. And he finds Dane Scarlett, the man who you want in this position. He's got the pace to get the ball forward. And there's options arriving in the penalty area. It's Tom Lawrence. Cuts it back. Curls it into the bottom corner. That's a fantastic strike from Tom Lawrence. It's 7th of the season. What a goal to give Derby County the lead at Blackpool. Absolute scenes. It's come from absolutely nowhere. We won it back. Lawrence was the one who won it back. Gives it to Scarlett, who does a great job of getting us up the pitch. And then Lawrence, I thought he was going to pass it, but the turn back and shot and to curl it into the bottom corner, Blackpool's keeper had absolutely no chance. And Derby County, it's a monumental goal in our season. Goodness gracious me. I'm pretty sure it's still 0-0 between Coventry and Huddersfield as well, as we check. Yes, it is. So that, as it stands, 2 points clear once again of Huddersfield. If it stays like this going into the final day, goodness gracious me, this season, I can't. I'm so stressed. It's not even funny. Maybe it is for you guys. I don't know, but I cannot cope with this. As I think there might be. I think Coventry might have scored. I saw there was a change in the league table. As there's a highlight in our favour. The ball comes in. Shinney wins the header, heads it over. What's happened at Coventry? Coventry are 2-0 up, and you can just about see it there. But Coventry are 2 goals up against Huddersfield. Baker with the penalty and then Shipley as well. So as it stands, we're 2 points clear of Huddersfield, but Coventry, we're only 1 point clear of them. So that going into the final day, I definitely don't need. A second goal for us would really make me feel a lot safer as Blackpool falls back again to Maxwell, who goes long. And, okay, this should be fine for Burn to deal with. They're not really putting any pressure on us, Blackpool, as we go long as well. Kazim Richards wins his header, can't quite find Dane Scarlett. And it's Blackpool once again in possession. Back to Garbutt, now Connolly. And this is making me... I mean, we're doing a good job of forcing them back. They seem to be struggling to find an outlet. As I say that, it's a one kick from the goalkeeper. Lavery's in. Just flies over the bar. Bloody hell. I mean, I think I said this in the last episode, but is it too early to tell on time wasting? I'm not too sure. As Bird goes long looking for Lawrence, who doesn't win his header. But Graham Shinney does brilliantly to get on to the second ball. I can't speak. I'm all over the place, viewers. Joswiak over on his right-hand side. Can he pick out the cross? Kazim Richards, come on! It's 2-0. Colin Kazim Richards doubles our lead. And it's going to go to the final day. If we'd have lost today, it would have been disastrous. But it looks like with half an hour to go, I mean, don't speak too early, of course, but we have got to put ourselves in the best position possible. Brilliant ball in from Joswiak. A great header from Colin Kazim Richards, who is going to be leaving at the end of the season. He's signed a pre-contract deal with someone else. Can't remember who the club is. But goodness me, 2-0 to the good and a point clear of Coventry as things stand. I mean, if Huddersfield want to make a late comeback, that would also be greatly appreciated. As the free kick comes in for Blackpool, Connolly heads wide. Okay, I think we can afford to relax just a little bit. Goodness me, nearly 15 minutes to go then. I mean, we get a third, it's game over, right? As we've looked brilliant in the second half. First half was a little bit more even, but I think that goal just for half-time has given us the edge. That's a great ball from Dane Scarlett. Kazim Richards is in, and it's 3-0 to Derby. It's a fantastic performance from the boys. Kazim Richards with his second of the game. And that then, viewers, is going to pretty much seal it, I think. It's going to go to the final day, a point above Coventry. That game against Cardiff, it all comes down to that pretty much. What a way this is all panned out for this season. It goes to the last day of the season. It's not going to be confirmed prior to that. And we have, well, after this, we have 90 minutes against Cardiff as Coventry go 3-0 up to seal our fate of whether we're going to be a League One team next year or a Championship team. Goodness gracious me. There you have it then, viewers. What a win away at Blackpool. 3-0, 2 goals from Colin Kazim Richards, 2 assists for Dane Scarlett as well. Great performance from him. And, I mean, look at the match stats. It looks like it was fairly even, but I think we were just more clinical than... Well, I think we definitely were more clinical than Blackpool today. And that obviously that was obviously a decisive factor. Right then. Oh, my God. You can tell by the way I've been speaking today, I'm sort of starting with my words a lot more than I usually do. And it's just because I am so on edge about how this season is concluding. As you can see there at the league table, it goes to the final day of the season then. We're 2 points above Huddersfield. I mean, Peterborough are gone, but sorry to say it, they are out of here. We're 2 points above Huddersfield. 3 points even, sorry. 3 points above Huddersfield and 1 point above Coventry. Huddersfield, because of the goal difference, I think for them, there's no way they can do it. The swing's too big. It's pretty much a straight shootout between us and Coventry. Right then, here we go. Final game of the season. Derby County versus Cardiff. Coventry versus Stoke. I mean, can we... I don't want to scout the match. I just want to keep it up. We have to keep an eye on it during the game. I mean, I'm just a bit concerned they're quite far down the pecking order, as Dunkley is not looking fully fit. I don't know whether it's worth starting him or whether we chuck in Forsyth or Richard Stearman. I'm going bold. I'm throwing in 19-year-old Harrison Solomon, who I've played him a fair few times this season. He's been okay. Oh, we've also got Craig Forsyth, though. I'm changing my mind last minute. We're going with Craig Forsyth. I think we need a bit of experience today, and play him as a ball player next to Buchanan, I think, is the way to go. Everything else, though, is unchanged. It's now or never, Derby. Championship or League One next season. Let's find out. I've just said to him, all comes down to this. We have to win, otherwise we're relegated. Craig Forsyth is unsure, which is not ideal, to be honest. But since I drafted him in last minute. But they know what they have to do. These 11 lads and the 7 on the bench know what is required of them today. Hopefully we turn up. I mean, Cardiff's form is dreadful, by the way. They haven't won a game in the last 6. If I keep this Derby County team in the Championship with the minus 21 points that we started on with all the injuries at the start of the season, this may well be my greatest achievement on Football Manager. I'm saying it now. As an early free kick for Derby, Lawrence, it's a terrible free kick. Thankfully, we get the ball back with Joswiak. And we get a chance to go again as Lawrence finds Kazim Richards. He's got Scarlett in the box there. He's got no one else really to aim for. He does send the ball in, though, and it was never going to work. If that was the other way around, then maybe. Forsyth now into Graham Shinney, over to Byrne. Now, can we make something happen down this right-hand side? Byrne with the ball in. It's a deep cross and G heads clear. And now it's an opportunity for Cardiff to counter-attack us. But Lawrence does excellently to track back and get the ball back off him as Bird goes long. Kazim Richards, is he onside? Is he onside? He's onside! Colin Kazim Richards, 20 minutes in, or just under 20 minutes in, gives Derby County the lead. Oh, right. Everyone relax. Everyone just calm down. Tom Lawrence does brilliantly here. Like Cardiff are on the verge of counter-attacking there. He does brilliant to get back and win it back for us. And it's a simple ball from Max Bird to find Colin Kazim-Richards, who is going to be leaving the club, as I've said, at the end of this season. And with 3 goals in his last 2 games, could he be the man that keeps Derby County, or helps keep Derby County? It's not all down to him, obviously. In the Championship. I mean, that was a very tight offside. I think if VAR is in play, that probably gets disallowed, but it's not, so we're not going to worry about it. My eyes are fixated on Stoke versus Coventry. As now we've got the goal advantage. It doesn't really matter, but obviously if Stoke take the lead, it just takes the pressure off us a little bit for the rest of this game. I think it obviously helps as well that Cardiff have really got nothing to play for. As we go into half-time then, it is 1-0 to Derby, still 0-0 between Stoke and Coventry, and you can see it there in black and white. We are 3 points above Coventry. As things stand, we've got another 45 minutes to go, but as things stand, Derby County will be in the Championship next season. They've had 2 shots, we've had 6. Like we have unquestionably been the better side. As Coventry City are down to 10 men, and they are now a goal down. Romain Sawyers has given Stoke the lead, which is huge for us. The gap is now 4, and if Cardiff do get a way back into this game, it doesn't really matter with the way things stand at Stoke. I'm going to make a substitution because Shinnie is injured. We're going to get Christian Biedek on. Actually, no, screw that. We'll get Jason Knight on because Biedek's been rubbish for me this season. And Joswak is looking injured as well. We're going to get Kaiki on for him. I don't think Joswak is injured. I think he's just a bit knackered because he had a big injury he's just coming back from. But we'll make those 2 subs. There's no highlights at the moment. That is absolutely fine with me. I think if we can just see the game out like this, then that is okay with me. I think with 10 minutes to go, that's a corner for Cardiff. Thomas swings it in. Forsyth does well to head it clear. Comes back out to Volks. Now, I mean, if Cardiff score now, it doesn't really make a difference. But obviously, Stoke only have that 1-goal lead. So ideally, we want to stay 1-0 to the good as it goes all the way back to Morrison. Ball over the top. I mean, Moore was definitely offside there. Thankfully, Marshall catches it. And I'm not quite sure where this highlight is going to end up. Don't kick it against him. Whatever you do, he's going to kick it against him, isn't he? Please. Okay, Christ. Nearly. As the ball goes forward, and G wins the header against Lawrence. And now Cardiff come again as Kiefer Moore holds it up well, finds Rawls, and there's runs being made. Kiefer Moore is in, and it's a fantastic save from David Marshall. Still 1-0 to Stoke. Still 1-0 to Derby as Cardiff have a chance there with Joe Rawls. It's a tame effort held by Marshall. We are on our feet, really. You can see by the fitness levels of the players. I should praise them, really. I haven't done any shouts in this game, which is probably a mistake given the situation we find ourselves in. As the ball goes long, looking for Lawrence, who does well to hold his man off. He finds Kazim-Richards. He finds it into Kaiki. This could seal it. It seals it. Kaiki has scored. It's 2-0, and Derby County are going to be a Championship club next season. Come on. Oh, unbelievable. A ball forward. Lawrence does well. Kazim-Richards, he is turned up at the end of this season. And Kaiki off the bench is a wonderful finish. Do we get him back next season? That is the question. Because he wouldn't have wanted to come to us if we were in League One. I'm sure he will now that we're going to be in the Championship. As the minutes are ticking down here, 4 minutes of added time. There's nothing happening. Stoke are beating Coventry. There's 10 seconds left. Lawrence swings it in. Davis heads it clear. Referee, blow your whistle. There it is then. Full time at Pride Park, and Derby County are going to be playing Championship football next season. I genuinely cannot believe we've actually been able to pull this off. We have avoided relegation. We started the season, remember, minus 21 points at the start of the season, a transfer embargo, a ridiculous amount of injuries to first team players. And we've done it. 43 points we finished the season on. I mean add 21 to that. That would be what? 64 points? So we would be mid-table. We would have finished the season in 12th had we not had that points deduction. Which, given the state of this Derby side, is not bad. I mean, that run at the start of the season was absolutely crucial to us being able to stay up. If we didn't have that run in that first month of the season there, we won every single league game in August. Without that, I don't think we would have been able to do it because our form after that was dreadful. But we got the wins at the most crucial of times. Our end of season run was actually pretty decent. Just 2 defeats in our final 7 games is not bad going at all. 4 wins as well. We got 2 clean sheets, 2 back-to-back clean sheets against Blackpool and Cardiff. I mean, that's the most surprising thing, to be honest. As you can see then, viewers, speaking about the contract situation, just to give you an idea, Defoe, Kazim-Richards is leaving. He's going to Dorados. I don't know where they are. Where are they? Mexico. So he's off to Mexico. I wouldn't have kept him around anyway, but he's contributed massively to us staying up this season. What a hero. Thank you, Colin. But yeah, Stearman, Davis, Marshall, Byrne, Allsop, Morrison, like so many players out of contract. I'm going to have to sit down and really think about who I want to stay. Tom Lawrence has got one more year left. He got him for next season. Joswiak's got a couple of years left on his deal. Bielik is here for another few years. Max Birder's here for another 2 years. Shinny's here for another season, as is Forsyth. There's a lot I'm going to have to think about in terms of who stays and who goes and who's going to be a part of this new look Derby team going forward for next season. Blimey, I can't believe it. I really can't. Just look at it one more time, viewers. That's the playoffs. We don't really care about that. Look at it one more time. Derby County finished 21st in the league table on 43 points, 4 points clear of Coventry, who go down. And despite, I mean, it says 12 points there. You saw it in the first episode. We added to that and made it 21 points. Derby County are going to be a championship team next season. And who knows what the future holds for Derby County. Premier League in the future? Let's see. Let's see. It's down to you guys, really. As mentioned, if you want to see a season 2 and a 3 and 4 and whatever of Derby, please get in the comment section and let me know. The support on the series up until this point has been fantastic. It's good to see some of you guys enjoy it. And I don't know what to say. What a fantastic way to round off the season. If you have, of course, enjoyed today's episode like you've been enjoying the rest of the series, then please do drop a like on the video. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. And for one last time, comment section, let me know. Do we carry on with Derby or do we start a new adventure? I'm interested to see your feedback. I will see you then in the next episode of whatever the next episode will be of. And until then, there'll be a video next Friday, basically. And it'll be something, I'm sure. Take it easy, everyone. Look after yourselves. Derby County in the championship. Come on.